Today we are going to make a multiple me picture, a combination of many pictures of yourself that gets combined into a picture where there's many of you, kind of like the example of me right here. When you take your pictures, a couple of important things. You cannot move your camera up and down or back and forth. So one idea is to use your Chromebook to take the pictures, leave it on a table, set it up, and then have a brother, sister, your parents, whatever, your friend, actually hit the record whenever you want to take a picture so it's stationary. If you use your phone, I would kind of take some tape or somehow make your phone stationary so as you move around, your friend can take pictures without ever moving your phone. There's many, if you search for multiple me on the internet, there's many examples of very creative ways that people have done these photos before. Just like before, we're going to go to Photopea on the internet. So I already opened Photopea, and I'm going to go File, Open, and then I'm going to go open the pictures that have me in different location. I'm using 5 different pictures. You have to have at least 4 different pictures in yours. Bam. So it uploaded all the pictures. I have 5 separate files. So none of them, it's not a single file that's different layers. I have many different files. So here I am with my dog right here. I'm sitting on my couch. I'm standing over at the end. I'm sitting on the chair, and I'm standing somewhere else over on the end. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to combine them into one file. So I go to the second one, select all, Control C for copy, go back to the first one, Control V to paste. It's a little bit to do. So now I have 2 layers, on the first one. Since I already covered this, I'm just going to delete this guy. Go to the next picture, select all, copy, paste. So now I have 3 layers on this guy. Delete this guy, I already copied it. Go to this guy, select all, copy, and to this guy, Control paste. Bam. Delete this guy. And finally, I'm going to go Control, select all, Control copy, and this guy, Control V to paste. Close the last one. Bam. So now I have one file with a bunch of different layers on it. If I go through my layers, I'm standing kind of at the left side of my railing. I'm sitting in a chair. I am standing on the right side of the railing. I'm sitting on my couch. I'm sitting on the chair with my dog. So we're going to combine all these into one file. Whatever one is black is the layer that I'm currently working on. So right now, I'm currently working on layer 4. So the theory is going to be that I'm going to basically erase with an eraser. I'm going to erase a hole in each picture to make the kind of the next one appear. So if I look at this guy, I'm sitting over in the chair. I want to erase a hole kind of in the top picture over here. So sometimes it's hard. In this case, it's easy. There's nothing in the way right here. But sometimes it's hard to see where you want to erase. So on each of these layers, I'm currently on the top layer. I can go to the opacity, and I can drop my opacity down so it becomes kind of see-through. So now I can see where I am in the second picture. So I'm going to take my eraser tool, gradient tool. Let's find the eraser tool right here. It's a really tiny pixel. I have 15 pixels. So I'm going to make the eraser tool a lot larger, about yay size. So now I can go in and I'm basically erasing a hole so I appear in the next picture out. So I'm erasing everything. You can see there's a little bit of color difference. Okay. So now, as I have that, if I go in, you can see on this guy, if I look at the top picture, kind of that transparent area there, that's where I erased the picture out. Maybe I want to do a little bit so the couch is the same color. There we go. And now I go on the opacity, I go back to 100. So now I have two of myself right here. So basically I raised a hole in this picture so I can see through to the picture underneath. Okay, to make it easier with all your different holes, I'm gonna combine two layers. So while I'm still in the top layer, I'm gonna go Control E, E for elephant, and it combines these two pictures into one. So now I'm gonna repeat that process over and over again. I'm on the top layer, layer 4, go to the opacity, drop it down. So my next picture, I'm gonna be over here. So I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna erase kind of right over here. Pretty easy. I'm not in the way of anything. Move my opacity back to 100. So wow, there's three of me right now. I'm on the top layer, Control E, E for elephant, and it drops my layer, combines the top two layers. Okay, gonna repeat the same thing. Opacity goes down. So next picture, I'm sitting over in this area. Now I have to be careful because you can see how close these pictures are together. So if I go in, and now I'm gonna start erasing right here. I wanna be super careful. So in this case, I'll probably go and I will make my eraser slightly smaller. Get my foot. Really close. So bam, I think it's kind of okay now. Take the opacity, go back to 100. There we go. And then again, Control E to combine the layers. Whoa, Houston, something went wrong. Control E to combine the layers. Now I just have the very last one to do. Again, drop the opacity down. So I'm going to be sitting right here. So again, I got to be careful in this area right here. So I go in, I can make my brush bigger a little bit. I'm going to come in and I'm going to erase first all the stuff that's super easy to erase. My dog. Also, there's a little bit of color difference, so I'll just kind of like erase so there's not a lot of color difference in it. Okay, and now I want to be really careful. So I have most of me back here. Now I want to super carefully go in and make my brush a little bit smaller. That's a little bit too small. Yeah. And I'll go in and carefully erase my head, the couch, the book. Make it a little bit bigger. And hopefully I got it all. We'll see in a second. Take the opacity, make it 100%. Okay, you can see I'm missing like a little spot right there, so I'll go in and erase this guy out. But other than that, I think I got it all. So now I can go in, again, Control E will combine the layers. Once I'm all done, you can see I kind of messed up. I should have watched the color right here, but it is what it is. The final thing I want to do is I want to go in and crop my image. So this is the crop tool. I just go in one end to the other end, and maybe right here. Hit the Enter key, and here I have my final image. As always, go in. I'm going to go File, Export as JPEG. I want the best quality I can. save, and if I go out, click, there's my final picture. Upload your final picture to either Stargard, Carlisle, or Paris, whoever's your Frostech teacher, and have fun with this, with the multiple me exercise.